YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage back in another Archaon, the Ever-Chosen campaign. This is the end times, folks. This is the end times. And you can see we've got Siegmund and his now near companion, Patchy the Eversalt. And speaking of Eversalt, I had a suggestion that I really liked for the name for the Fire Sorcerer in Patchy's army. And he is going to be the Kentucky Friar. So, and I don't remember what title we had for him, but Flame, I'm just going to call it Flame and Salt. So the Kentucky Friar, Patchy salts it, he fries it. And you get this beautiful salty flavor afterwards. Now, as far as some comments that everybody seemed to like from the last one, Terhilius wrote a story for Appius, and I wanted to share that here because we had the story for Sextus last time. It says the second of Archaon's champions, the sorcerer known as Appius, was an even bigger mystery for the legions of chaos. None in the Dark Legions, not even the Ever-Chosen himself, had seen what his helmet hid. He moved silently, blending with the shadows with such ease he could disappear from the sight in little more than a blink. Appius, the Roman legate of the Western Empire, had also been famous for his gift to surprise his foes, always appearing where they least expected it. Hundreds of armies had been crushed by his legions, his cunning matched by very few within and beyond the Empire's borders. Even when, at the dusk of his life, his armies were surrounded and news of his death arrived to Rome, few believed such stories. They were right to do so, as Appius had managed to flee the field before the disaster. The man wearing his armor, just one of his devoted bodyguards. Still, drenched by the blood of a dozen wounds, the veteran knew his days were all but numbered. Near death, he fell from his horse, at the feet of the ruins of an old temple, the face of the god it represented not known to the dying Roman. Nevertheless, and with little more to lose, he prayed to the mysterious god. His men were dead, and he could not return back to Rome in shame. Nevertheless, he still thirsted for battle and wished to crush his foes under the weight of 1,000 victories. Tzeentch, god of change, was amused by the legate's words. As the defeat had turned him into a shadow of his former self, Appius would become that. Trapped inside his armor, made in the dark forges of the realm of chaos, he would get the chance to march alongside the Ever-Chosen and achieve the victories he craved, all while acting as the obvious spy of the Master of Deceit, watching Archaon's every move. Ooh, that was good. What'd you guys think? Terhilius, I approve. Alright, now, Veracity comes in with the story for Patchy here. He says, Patchy is a secret chaos god that walks among mortals, specifically the chaos god of betrayal, cruelty, and suffering. From time to time, he finds an avatar in some world to spread friendly fire and the sacrificing of allies for the betterment of whatever commander his avatar spawns to serve. Such is why Patchy has appeared in battlefields across and time to spread the salt to all. I love it. Thanks, Veracity. Alright, so that covers the comments. Let's get back into things. Let's see if we have any towers yet. I don't think we do. Yeah, we're still waiting on the towers here. We're going to have to end another turn. Archaon has destroyed Middenheim. I got to flip the camera angle up here to one that suits me. And he's ready to move on toward Salzenmund. We're just waiting for the return of Sextus at this point. Over here, we can build up to the Unholy Legion with the Eversalt, and we need to.
Hail the Slaughterer!
And then Sigvald's Polish here. Let's see, we need Arcane Conduit. That always helps a lot, being able to suck up more winds of magic. Rite of Awakening? I care not for lizardmen rights. The Sword of Cain rest. We gotta make sure someone takes it up before I invade, or else it just won't be any fun to not have the Sword of Cain. We definitely need the Sword of Cain. That would be entertainment in its best form. Well, I can't believe that these settlements haven't been resettled right before my eyes. Let's see, where's Kolek? Kolek has finished recruiting the replacements for his army. The Skaven are attempting to rebuild their armies, and they've got their large garrison force yet again. And part of me just kind of wants to smash these guys. I'm so tired of fighting these Skaven right now, though. I want to head south with Kolek. I'm done with clan wars. I mean, I could go. I do want to wipe them off the map. Like, it would be very, very satisfying to wipe them off the map. I need a few more population growth points in order to recruit that second army. That would make it a lot easier for me to wipe these guys off the map. Alright, so let's go wipe out some of these other settlements real quick. I'll leave Kislev, and then we'll catch it whenever the Skaven army is no longer there. That'll probably be the easiest way, and then we'll also get some growth points that we need along the way. Take out Dieterschaffen. Alright, it's about dang time. Sextus is back. It's not the same without Sextus. Wait a minute, did that say someone took up the Sword of Cain? Ooh. Someone did claim it. Man, I wish I was over there. Arnheim. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to keep an eye on that whenever the time comes for us to sail that way, but I can't even seem to wipe out the old world successfully because of the rate of resettlement being absolutely absurd. I am cutting through Empire settlements as quickly as I can in an attempt to extinct them. Looks like the treasurer is back. Do we have our towers yet? We have one more to go. Let's continue the siege. I need the towers, as they'll help me get into the city quicker and take a lot less damage in the process here. Let's see if there's other Skaven settlements we can ruin here. I'm at 13. Once we get to 14, we'll be able to... Yep. Little crappy settlement here. I want to put it to Clan Mulder here and hurt them bad. So if we can do that, be very good. And then Kolek may have to take a round 2 against some of the vampires potentially here too. The Sun Eater finally claimed his title here, which is great. I really want to work on his fighting line here to make him individually insanely more powerful on the battlefield. He's already very powerful, but we want it to be even more powerful. Alright, Archaon is ready to get on the move again. I don't want to get bogged down in sieges, but we kind of do need to destroy Salzanmun. I hate getting bogged down in the sieges. It's almost like I need an army of hell cannons to accompany Archaon. That'd be pretty funny. Archaon will eventually get an accompanying army, but right now I want the challenge of him not having that army, as his army is extremely good, and I like getting into big fights with it. Look, Middenheim's already been resettled by the Empire. Oh my goodness. Just can't keep these guys dead long enough. But if that's the case, it means that there's an army down here, and I'm going to quickly move in on them. We might get jumped by both these armies, and I'm in a forced march, which means that we'll be in trouble. But this army's weakened as it is. We would be tired starting battle, though, which would be a downside. I was just in a rush to get back there because I know that there's a partially decimated army there.
done?
Well, Karl Franz learns again. He's not even a match for the lesser. The lesser Chaos Lords. Much less Archaon. That much has been proven already, but how about the Polisher there, polishing up nearly 300 kills with his Lore of Metal. He's made his master proud. All the tears from the Empire will make fantastic polish for Sigvald's shields. Take home a lot of dark magic off that, and we will loot and raise Wolfenburg to the ground. We cause terror now when fighting against the Emperor with Sigvald, or fighting against the Empire. That would be anybody under Empire troops, not just the Emperor. So, with Sigvald's help, we should be able to swing around. I'm going to swing up here north, knock out these Empire settlements, then onto this one, and then I intend to see if I can get our Norscan tribes reawakened and put under the yoke of bondage, basically, in the sense that we need them to be vassals once more, so that hopefully they will be resettling the stuff that we leave vacant versus me having to deal with resurgent factions constantly doing that. As far as the Fire Sorcerer goes, start with Fireball and then start to unlock some of the spells for him that we can. And then the Ever-Chosen here did not actually get attacked yet because we haven't ended the turn. I kind of feel like he's probably going to get attacked on this particular turn in, though I could be wrong. We almost have the population surplus we need with Kolek. If I move into an encampment here, we should get it. Alright, I'm going to move Kolek forward and see that Fort Ostrosk is probably settled by the Skaven, so I want to destroy it. With Wolfenburg having fallen, like I said, it's probably time for these armies to move north. The vampires know no shame when it comes to how bad I humiliated them, and then just going right back in and resettling the lands. It's been a little bit absurd. And if by a little bit I mean an absurd amount. Look, Dieterschaffen already resettled as well. I cannot raise these settlements fast enough at this point. The Empire is just simply grabbing them back as quickly as they can.
Witness my beauty.
Going to move forward towards Arengrad. Actually, should have saved a few movement points with Sigvald so that he could encamp. I'll do so with Patchy the Eversalt. Good, good. He can maintain the monstrous troops that are in his army better by building this Chaos Rift here. So let's do that. Kolek is still in the middle of Rat Country. Not to be out anytime soon. Let's see. Forsaken Spawn, Trolls. Alright, yeah, nothing too crazy going on with research. It's pretty straightforward. A character has leveled up, so we're going to give him more melee defense, make him harder to hit. Alright, the end of our turn is completed. Part of me wants to go siege Salzenmund with Archaon. But if I do so alone, it's quite possible that I get caught up between several Empire armies, because one obviously resettled Dieterschaffen, and I'm going to play it a little bit careful here. Not a lot, but a little bit. Let's see, take Kolek. Let's hit the encamped stance. I can now recruit the Lord that I want. And this is going to be Felman Ingerson. And I'm going to pick a standard Chaos Lord. Ooh, that's awesome, actually. And that'll be good because he's got Marauder units. We want this extra melee attack. I want Ingerson to be a standard Chaos Lord so that he can eventually get a Dragon mount. So, show you this here. Chaos Dragon. I want to mount it on the Chaos Dragon. So, Felman Ingerson. has arrived after having made his appearance earlier in the campaign. Can we fit this? Marauder of Corn? Aww. I don't even know how to spell Marauder right. We'll just call him Reborn. There we go. So Felman Ingerson has been reborn. We're going to get him an army, and it'll be an army of... It's going to be an army of marauders, and we're going to need to get him an extra hero as well. Recruit a hero. I can't get any more... Or I can't recruit it with Kolek because I don't have the right building. But we do need to get a Sorcerer into the army with Felman Ingerson. I'm trying to think. I think a Death Sorcerer would do well, especially considering he's supporting Kolek's army. There's a lot of fear and terror causing things here. Debuffs of leadership. It's helping to snipe enemy lords. I think that we would do well with a Death Sorcerer in this army. I'm going to start at rank 5, which will be helpful. Doom and Darkness is good. Life Leeching, and then we'll want Soul Blight to help debuff enemy units. Okay, Kolek now at this point needs to encamp. And we can start recruiting troops for Felman. So that's what we're going to do. We can get the Skull Rippers, which is a special Chaos Marauder unit. I'm going to get a couple more standard Marauders because their shields will help in the front line. Then I want some Marauders with great weapons. We'll definitely take this Sortsviner, Marauder Horsemasters. And we're going to get a couple of Marauder Horsemasters. And then I'm kind of thinking a couple of Marauder Throwing Axes to help give a little bit of armor-piercing punch. Warhounds could potentially be nice in this army. I'm almost thinking that Feral Manticore would be a cool addition, just to give some extra punch to the army. I mean, I don't think it's unusual for the Norskins to be able to take that, especially since I can't get the Marauder Champion Infantry. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get, I don't think Armored Trolls, because it'd almost be like, you know, if you had a Norskin army, they could have trolls and stuff too. So I'm kind of thinking get some trolls to help the main line, and Feral Manticores to kind of act as cavalry that has a little more hitting power. And then we need our 2 heroes in the army, and that should make this army a decent looking Marauder army. We could also opt in for some chariots instead of the Marauders with throwing axes. You all let me know which one you'd rather have. For now, I'm just going to leave it this way. And then we're going to have Prince Sigvald, who needs to move, as does Patchy the Eversalt. I'm going to push forward to Norden. I want to meet up with Kolek real quick and wipe out a big swath of the northern parts of the Empire here quickly.
Unwise.
There we go. Let's take a look here. The Eversalt levels up again. Need to finish Tribes of Chaos with them. And let's end our turn. Once again, Kolek is ambushed by Morlock. Except this time, there is no Kolek, it's Felman Ingerson. This could be a rough time. Even without the God of the Mountain, Felman proved his mastery of the warriors of chaos, teaching once again overwhelming huge numbers of rats that they have no business taking on the hordes of chaos, even when the Mountain God is busy calling in more marauders to fill the ranks. How about that breath attack from Skull-X the Great? Yeah, that was incredible. That was incredible. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. We had some great battles there. There's going to be more coming up soon. Hang tight, and I will get it to you. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you want to see more. And if you didn't enjoy it, get down there in the comments. Tell me what you want to see. And thanks again for all the continued comments, feedback, and support. I appreciate it, and I can't wait to see you next time. HeirofCarthage, signing out.